Okay, now let's start with illustration 13. Now the balance sheet of X, Y and Z is given below as on 31/3/2016. Balance sheet. Now capital account is given X, Y, Z, general reserve. Now for general reserve, again the concept remains the same. Old partners, old ratio. Now what's the old ratio? Let's check out if it is given somewhere. X, Y and Z, next page pe, are the partners of the firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:3:2. So over here in general reserve you write 3:3:2. Market. Partners loan. Now we have partners loan. So what we will do for these partners loan is we will transfer it to partners capital account. So later we do this. Then creditors, workmen compensation reserve. Obviously ये रहेगा नहीं तो टिक कर ही दो whether कोई adjustment है कि नहीं है. We have old goodwill. So take old goodwill, old ratio, old partners, 3:3:2. Land and building, machinery, stock, debtors, bad debt reserve, bank balance, advertisement campaign expense. Again, it's a fictitious asset, so we have to transfer it to partners capital account and then profit and loss account. Both of them in the ratio 3:3:2. Let's go further. Okay, now before we go to the adjustments, just a moment. By general reserve, amount is 40,000, 3:3:2. So 3 and 3, 6 and 2, 8. 8 fives are 5 threes are 15,000, 15,000, 10,000. Next, partners loan Y and Z. Now Y is the partner who is retiring, so his loan we will transfer it to capital account. Z जो है, Z, in absence of any information given, we will continue this as our loan. So Y's loan 20,000 will be transferred to Y's capital account. So by Y's loan account. Journal entry, Y's loan account debit to Y's capital account credit. Amount is 20,000. Next, Z's loan 30,000, we take it to balance sheet. Creditors, workmen compensation reserve. Creditors 10,000, outer column. Creditors, creditors 80,000. Creditors 80,000, outer column. Workmen compensation reserve. Now workmen compensation reserve है ही नहीं because 10,000 था उसके सामने we have a claim of 15,000. So 5,000 will go from revaluation account. We will see that when we see the adjustment. Goodwill. Now old goodwill. So to goodwill will go to old partners in old ratio. So 40,000, again 15,000, 15,000, 10,000. Then land and building 1,99,000. Next, machinery 1,80,000. Stock 50,000 outer column. Debtors 70,000 inner column. Minus bad debt reserve. Now, how much bad debt reserve old we have? 5,000. So I'll write over here 5,000. Just a minute. Let me realign it. Okay, now let's proceed. Now, debtors के बाद बैंक बैलेंस. So बैंक बैलेंस now as ध्यान दो please for a while. As you can see कि यहाँ पे जितने भी adjustment है कहीं पे भी ऐसा नहीं कहा कि we are paying money. We have a retiring partner. The partner's name is Y, but here it is not given that we are paying money to Y. So nowhere there is any bank related or cash related transaction. So we directly transfer bank balance to our balance sheet. So transfer it bank balance to our balance sheet 30,000. Then advertisement expenditure and profit and loss will transfer it to partners capital account. So to advertisement campaign expenditure 16,000, again ratio is 3 is to 3 is to 2, so 8, so 6,000, 6,000, 4,000. Then profit and loss account, to profit and loss account 20,000, so again it is 8, so 20,000 divided by 8, so it will come to 2,500 into 3, so 7,500, 7,500 and 5,000. Next. Okay, so now balance sheet is completely done. Go through it once again. Check everything. Okay, let's go to adjustment. Now landing building is to be valued at 2,20,000. So there is an increase of 21,000. So plus 21,000. So 2,20,000. We transfer it to revaluation account. Buy land and building 21,000. Then machinery is to be decreased by 30,000. So minus 30,000. So 1,50,000 to machinery. 30,000. Provision for doubtful debt is kept at 10,000. So at 10%, sorry. So 70,000 ka 10% is 7,000. 5,000 we already have. So we have to deduct additional 2,000. So 7,000. Outer column 63,000. Second effect, to bad debt reserve in revaluation account, increase in reserve 2000. Next, liability for workman compensation is accepted at 15,000. I'll write an entry for this. Working note 1. Now, over here, liability is 15,000 and liability is equal to rupees 15,000 and our reserve is equal to rupees 10,000. So balance 5,000 का नुकसान कहाँ से जाएगा? From revaluation account. So we have to write an entry for this. Revaluation account debit 5,000. Workman compensation reserve account debit 10,000. 2. Claim for workman compensation or liability for workman compensation 15,000. Now this 15,000 will go to liability. 10,000 reserve में से चला जाएगा. Reserve will become 0 and revaluation debit side 5,000. So we revaluation account debit side to claim for workman compensation 5,000 and over here claim for workman compensation 15,000. 15,000. Now goodwill. Before we go to goodwill, let's find the gain ratio. So working note 2. For goodwill, first find the ratio x, y, z. Old ratio is 3 is to 3 is to 2. New ratio is y is going to उसको क्रॉस कर दो ताकि कंफ्यूजन नहीं रहे. 1 is to 1. So 3 by 8, 3 by 8, 2 by 8. New ratio is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So gain ratio, new minus old, 3 by 8. So 4, 2 fours are 4 minus 3, 1 by 8. And over here, 1 by 2 minus 2 by 8. 4 minus 2 by 8. So gain ratio is 1 is to 2. So gain ratio is equal to 1 is to 2. Now let's go to the entry. So before that, do this working new goodwill is equal to rupees. The value of new goodwill is 1,60,000. Share of Y in goodwill Y का शेयर 3/8, so which is 60,000. So now we pass the entry Y को करेंगे क्रेडिट और X, so X capital account debit, Y, sorry, not Y, Z's capital account debit, and to retiring partner Y. Y's capital account. Now Y will be credited with 60,000. Our gain ratio is 1:2, so 3, so 20,000 and 40,000. 20,000 and 40,000. So let's pass the journal entry. Let's do the posting of this journal entry. By X capital account, Y में ओके, सॉरी थोड़ा नेट डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था. नाउ या X कैपिटल अकाउंट 20,000 by Z's capital account 40,000, and over here to Y's capital account. बोलो कल्पित, कुछ काम है तुम्हें? ओके, Y's capital account X में 20,000 और Z में 40,000. Now, goodwill is already done. Now, first, let's find out revaluation profit या loss. So, let's do the total and see which side is more. Debit is more over here, 37,000. By partner's loss, capital account X, Y, and Z. Ratio is 3:3:2. Amount is 37 minus 21 is 16,000. So 8. So 6,000, 6,000, and 4,000. 2. Revaluation account. 6,000, 6,000, 4,000. Okay, now ध्यान दो आप सब for a while. For a while, pay attention, please. Now over here, as you can see that key, the partner Y is going. So we have already given the benefit for goodwill in the partner's capital account. All other things are transferred to partner's capital account. Now, whenever a partner is retiring, तो उसके पास existing partners, अगर उनके पास sufficient funds है, बहुत सारे पैसे हैं, तो they can pay directly to that partner and say कि ये तेरा हिसाब ले जा, पैसे ले जा, खत्म. But over here, no information is given that whether we are paying to the retiring partner or not. ऐसा कोई भी information नहीं दिया है. You can also see there is a bank balance of 30,000 only. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि जितना मेरे पास पैसा है वो पूरा दे दिया, मैं खाली हो जाऊं. या फिर मैं कहीं और से लोन लेके उसको पे करूं, ऐसा यहाँ पे कुछ भी इंफॉर्मेशन दिया नहीं है। और कैश बैलेंस भी, बैंक बैलेंस भी जो दिया है उतना हमें वर्किंग कैपिटल में चाहिए। ओके, अगर कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दिया है तो ऐसा नहीं करना कि जितना है उतना तो दे दो, बाकी का लोन, ऐसा नहीं होता। बिकॉज एग्जिस्टिंग पार्टनर्स को भी बिजनेस करने के लिए पैसा चाहिए। तो कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दिया है तो वाई का जितना भी हिस्सा आ रहा है वो हम उसके लोन अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर देंगे। ओके, उसके लिए अलग सेक्शंस है। ओके, वो सब हम आगे देखेंगे। अभी के लिए वाई का पहले बैलेंस फाइंड करना है। उसका जो भी बैलेंस आता है वो हमें वाई के लोन अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर करना है, बिकॉज नाउ नो लॉन्गर ही इज अवर पार्टनर। Got it? So what we have to do over here is, first let's balance Y. Let's balance Y. See which side. Obviously credit would be more. So 1 lakh 20 plus 15 plus 20 plus 40. Okay. 2 lakh 15,000. 2 lakh 15,000. 2 lakh 15,000. Minus 15,000, 6,000, 7,500 and 6,000, which comes to 1,80,500। चेक कर लेना सब कैलकुलेटर पे खुद। 1,80,500। So this will be transferred to Y's loan account। इसका जर्नल एंट्री तुम बना ही सकते हो, Y's capital account debit to Y's loan account credit। And let's go to balance sheet, Y's loan account, 1,80,500। Now this is done. Now let's balance other partners. So we balance Z. Z is 1,10,000, 1,10,000, 1,10,000, minus 10,000, minus 4,000, minus 5,000, minus 40,000 and 4,000. Find out the balance. 47,000. So balance is, to balance carried forward for Z 47,000, for X 2,15,000, minus all these debit side balances amounts, $1,60,500, 1,60,500. Transfer it to capital account. Now you can see in capital account, which I'll change the heading. This is after retirement. Now you have X and you have Z. That's it. So X ka balance is 1,60,500 and Z ka balance is 47,000. Do the total. 2,07,500. Here there is no need of cash account, so we have not made. Do the totals. 5,13,000. Check it out. See if you have any doubts. Now, once again, in this sum, there is retirement, and the sums what we are going to next are also of the same type. सब retirement के sums करने वाले हम. तो retirement के sums में whenever the partner is retiring, we have to see what we are doing with the balance of capital. Now, if it is given, we are paying in cash, so we write to cash, give that money. If nothing is given, then that amount is to be transferred to that partner's retiring partner's loan account. Please remember this. Okay. Complete the sum.